Previously on Every Which Way.
And you see an officer walking in, and he goes, "God damn it, Max. How many fucking times do we have to do this song and dance?" And you recognize it as Sheriff Payne. The car rapidly slams on the brakes and kind of like pulls aside so it's drifting, and then rolls down the window, and you see Sophie pointing a gun out the window. Okay, are we trying to kill this now? You guys look terrible.
No, we're good.
You shoot it, and it collapses again, and it falls on its knees, and then it falls face forward into the dirt and stops moving. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 5. I forgot that I don't know because I might have to cut this. So this might be episode 5, depending on whether the last episode becomes 2 parts, which it may. And I'm Aiden. I'm going to be the keeper. And I fucked up a lot in the last couple of sessions in terms of a few mechanics that we need to talk about. So we're going to go ahead and get through those once the introductions are done.
Hello, my name is Sam, and I play Ian.
Hi, my name is Noah, and I play Max.
Hi, my name is Jared, and I play Harvester.
This episode is going to be kind of a housekeeping episode, and then some wrap-up from the last hunt, and then some kind of prologue for the next hunt kind of stuff. Leveling up time. So there's a mechanic that I completely forgot existed, and...
Is this the one where it was like last time we played Monster of the Week, where it's like, did you learn blah, blah, blah?
Yep.
Is it that? Okay.
Yep,
I don't know what that means, but I have 2 quick things to say. During the fight, I think we were counting armor as like 2 for me, but I chose the flak vest and not like the armor.
You have another thing called battle awareness.
Yes, I do.
And that gives you +1 armor to a 2 max.
You know me?
I know you quite well.
Oh.
You are staticking.
I'm very glad you know my character. So I do have 2 armor. Nice. I'm going to write that down. And also,
can you read that just to make sure? But I'm 99% sure you had that one checked off.
Yeah, I do. Wait, I have tactical genius and battlefield awareness. Yes.
Yep. Battlefield awareness
yep.
gives you +1 armor.
I feel so seen right now.
I'm so glad that I could do that for you right now.
Also, I forgot about luck. I can use luck whenever I want, right?
Yes. So that's actually one of the mechanics I wanted to talk about in this kind of let's talk mechanics.
Beautiful.
Luck is a mechanic we did not use at all. It's when you fail a roll, you just turn it to a 12. Guaranteed success. But if you notice, you have a limited amount of luck points. And when you have 0 luck points left, you're considered doomed, which means I can just fuck you up for fun. I can, like, normally I'd give you, like, warnings if you walk into a room with traps, like, read a bad situation so that you can get caught, so you don't just, like, instant die from a trap. If you're doomed, it says in the rule book, I can just not warn you because you were dumb enough to go into a room that was trapped and not look, and then you can just get fucked up.
So good.
So just be careful with your luck points. They are a very useful tool, but when you run out, it's now my turn to fuck with you.
How would you recover luck?
I think there's like an advanced improvement for a couple of characters where it's like gain 1 luck point again.
Oh.
Like I think the monstrous doesn't have that.
Mm-mm.
I think some characters have a thing that's like gain +1 luck as an advanced improvement.
Yeah.
That's the only way.
Damn.
As far as I'm aware.
And I assume you can only take improvements once.
Yes, you check it off when you take an improvement. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. When you're leveling up, you just check off that improvement and you now have that forever, but you can't take it a second time.
Nice.
So like for things that say like get +1 charm, you can't just repeat that until you're at the max. So the other main mechanic that I forgot to talk about is at the end of each session, we are supposed to ask a couple of questions, and if we answer yes to a certain amount, we get a certain amount of XP. So there are 4 questions. If we answer yes to 1 or 2, we get 1 XP, and if we answer yes to 3 or 4, we get 2 XP.
Oh.
Now, I actually remembered it last session, but then we recorded for like 2.5 hours, so I decided we would skip it then. From now on, I would like to do these at the end of each record.
Okay.
We might not necessarily record that part, but maybe we will. But I would like to get them done. It's just this time I forgot to, so we're going to do it at the end of the hunt. You can tell why this is weird because the first question is, did we conclude the current mystery?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. Normally, you don't only ask these questions at the end of the mystery. Did we save someone from certain death or worse?
Technically,
Hopefully.
yes.
You did. You killed a couple people in the process, but you did save people, so yes.
We at least saved one person.
Two.
Oh, right,
two
right,
people.
right.
Did we learn something new and important about the world?
I think so.
Okay. Did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Yeah, that harvester's a dick.
Yes.
I was gonna say that Ian has powers.
Yes.
What?
I would say that that's a pretty important thing we've learned. I'd say this is a 4 out of 4. So if you get 3 or 4, you mark 2 XP. I know that levels up at least one of us.
Does like excess XP wrap around?
Yes.
Cool.
And if it doesn't, that's dumb.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I already know what I'm gonna do for my level up.
Oh, do tell.
I'm going to take another flake move, and that flake move is gonna be connect the dots.
Okay, can you, what does Connect the Dots do?
Connect the Dots says, at the beginning of each mystery, if you look for the wider patterns that current events might be a part of, roll plus sharp on a 10, hold 3, and on a 7 to 9, hold 1. Spend your hold during the mystery to ask the keeper any one of the following questions. Is this person connected to the events more than they are saying? When and where will the next critical event occur? What does the monster want from this person? Is this connected to the previous mystery we have investigated? How does this mystery connect to the bigger picture?
You kind of sounded like a voice audio prompt in like a Spanish textbook.
I also thought you kind of sounded like you were going for a more monotone version of the Clone Wars announcer.
I thought Noah sounded like the announcer guy for the Fitness Gram Pacer test.
Yep.
See, I'm such a good voice actor. I can get 3 different interpretations off of one performance.
To understand, because I was really focused on the voice.
You were.
At the beginning of each mystery, you're going to do a roll to see if you can find a connection to the broader picture of the arc I have planned.
Yes.
Thank God I have an arc planned, because I read that ability when I was looking through your character sheet, and I was like, I'm really glad Noah didn't pick that, because I don't have an arc planned. and then it started hitting me in the last week, because I've gone to 4 different movies, and each time I've come away with a little bit more thoughts in my brain, just because I've had to drive a lot to get to and from those movies. And so I think about this campaign almost every time I'm in a car, to be clear.
Awesome.
And that's a great ability, and I love that, and I can't wait for it.
I hope you know this is gonna be this ability is gonna be like a physical. It's gonna be the corkboard with the strings and pins. That when I was thinking about that, I was like, you know what? That was one of the things I used to introduce Max. I should probably actually use that for the character.
I think it's brilliant, and I think it's a really fun way to give both of us more power in telling the story.
Yes,
because one of the big issues is how do you introduce the overarching story to people in a palatable way, and I think that's going to help things. So that's interesting. Yes, go on.
I was going to say also Max being the person who's lived here his entire life and been here the longest out of anyone, would know, or anyone in the group would know the small pieces of which way more so than anyone else. So those connections, not only would he make the connections because he's a crazy man, he would make the connections because he knows the pieces.
Yeah, and I love that. Ian also leveled up this session.
Yes, and I just made a last minute change to what I wanted to do. So
Ooh.
This is my last minute change. If you were unaware, Ian is not very charming. So This might help. Unnatural appeal. Roll your weird instead of charm when you manipulate someone.
Ooh, that's cool.
I'm not sure how that's going to go down, but I think he might just have to be a weird little guy sometimes.
I love that. I think that fits Ian very well. So, and I also think that will help with the old manipulate someone, which is a pretty helpful role in this game.
Did Harvester level up?
No,
What?
Why not?
I don't lose. I don't take L's.
That's a fantastic
You took L's
point.
at leveling up.
There is about a month that passes between the first hunt and the second hunt. I'll give you the timelines for a lot of the specific scenes that I have planned that are just like some wrap-up things. Otherwise, if you have other things you want to be doing in that month, we'll talk about that when we get there.
I have one question, and I don't know how it's going to work, but that's more of a you problem than a me problem, I think, as of right now. With dealing with the agency, requesting help or gear or making excuses for failure, roll plus sharp on a 10 plus, you're good, you request for gear, whatever. In what way would I utilize that if I wanted to? That's the question I had.
So you're kind of different.
I know, it's because
You're barely a professional.
Okay, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. I ran into a wall one time.
You're like the wronged if the wronged had a character attached to them.
Okay. Maybe I'll steal moves from the wronged when I level up.
Well, because the wronged is like, they killed my loved ones and now I'm on a crusade to kill them.
Okay.
And that's like you, but you picked the professional.
Yeah, I did.
So
I like their thingies that they got. Resources and red tape.
yeah, so we could use Sophie as kind of your agency boss, where she has a lot of outside contacts with other monster hunters, and then you kind of report to her. She's not really a boss because of the sibling dynamic you guys have, but a lot of times she gets hard on your ass about, well, she gets mean about the way you conduct yourself in these hunts.
That is absolutely fine.
So you guys just finished the hunt, Harvester. You were just cutting all the bulbs out, and Sophie and Max were headed to your house because Max cannot be seen at the hospital again. Ian, however, was taken to an urgent care clinic, and the doctors were tending to his wounds. And Ian, I think pretty quickly after the doctor started tending to your wounds, because you were pretty hurt, you pass out.
No.
And when you pass out, you hear a voice, and it's kind of soft and soothing when it talks to you. You don't see anything, but you hear, I see you've discovered your powers. Good. Use them. They'll serve you well, and I hope to be meeting you soon. And that's all you hear, and then your dreams are just kind of normal until you wake up and you start to recover.
Okay, so I'm awake and I'm in the urgent care.
Yep. And the doctors are still tending to your wounds a little bit, but most of the rougher stuff they already kind of stitched up while you were passed out. And so they're just like basically putting bandages on some of the smaller scrapes and scratches that you have. But you notice also that they don't have any real trouble tending to your wounds, which I don't know if that was a concern despite you having powers and things being different. All things considered, the actual care part of the urgent care goes really normally, and you just have to rest there for a couple of days, and then you're free to go. I will be getting back to you, but I think the next time we talk will be for the next month. And before we talk about the next month, I want to go over to exactly what's happening with Max and Sophie, and then with Harvester, who's going to be coming home in a couple minutes too. Max, you're getting rushed by Sophie to Harvester and Sophie's house, and she's just like, God fucking damn it, God fucking damn it. Max, are you awake back there?
Awake enough.
Why the fuck are you guys fighting the monster? Why did you do that?
You told us to go with Harvester?
No, but
Look.
This is a conversation for Harvester. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking.
I was dropping my car off, and then they were going to go investigate something at the forest. And then by the time I got there on foot, I may add, there was monsters. So I wanted to help out Ian because, you know, Ian was getting attacked.
Yeah. But was the big guy there already?
Not at the time I was there.
Okay. So when did he come to you guys?
Well, Harvester called on the walkie-talkie, said he ran into some trouble. So we went in after him. And then the big guy was there and then started chasing after all of us.
Okay. I am glad you're alive. And she really struggles to say that part.
Thank
when
you.
You're watching and she does not look happy to say it.
So, Sophie, can I ask you a question before I pass out again?
Yeah, what's up?
How long have you been? How you guys been in which way?
Which way? I mean, it's been a couple months now.
Like 4, you'd say maybe?
No, not even that much. Probably the summer.
Oh, wow.
Why do you ask?
No reason. I was just curious. You guys just seem really new, you know?
Yeah, we move around a lot.
I'm probably gonna, I really want to get that grass out of my leg cut, but I also don't want to be bleeding more.
I'll
So I think I'm just gonna take another quick little rest. Do you have stitches at your house?
Oh, we got it all. Don't you worry about that part.
Is the bullet still in my shoulder?
Yep, and it'll stay right there. It's
Ow.
not going anywhere.
I thought my arm felt numb.
Yep. Yeah, it'll do that. All right, now you sit there and just try to stay awake.
Okay.
And she drives you the rest of the way home, and then she opens the back door where you were laying down, and she starts trying to pick you up and just help you get into the house. And as she's trying to get you into the house, you stumble a couple times, and then she just lays you down. No, you're on the one couch. It's really inconvenient for Harvester and Sophie both. They're really not going to be happy about this one. She puts you down on the couch. I guess for continuity, I said I drove Max and then Ian, didn't I?
I mean, you could just...
It changed.
It changed. That's all.
It's different now.
Deal with it, listeners.
Yeah. Take it, which means I can't cut out any of that.
Oops.
Sorry, guys. I got the continuity wrong, but that's okay. My brain is a jumbled mess, like a scrambled egg.
It's okay because we acknowledged it in the present.
That's right. So save your comments. Anyways, so she lays you down and she rushes to grab a couple of medical supplies and she's like, this is going to hurt so much. So here's this. And she grabs a bottle of whiskey and she hands it to you and she goes, also, don't tell Harvester I gave you that.
Okay. Do I just start I just flip it open with do I just start drinking or
I mean, you do what you want with it. If you don't want to drink, you don't have to drink.
Oh, cool. But I just take a big old sip.
One alcohol, please.
One alcohol, please.
Jesus Christ.
Pushes up glasses.
So you have your one alcohol, which makes you feel a little bit better as she takes the grass out of your leg and she starts stitching up that wound and sanitizing it and all the things that come with it. I'm no doctorologist.
So can I, as she's doing that, alternate between taking sips and pouring it on my shoulder wounds to, in Max's mind, disinfect it?
Yeah, and she's like, as you do that, she just goes, "What, Max? Why? I have disinfectant. Why would you waste whiskey when I'm literally holding the disinfectant in my hand?"
Is it good whiskey? Expensive whiskey?
Sure.
I thought the fancier the alcohol, the more disinfected it would be.
Not as good as disinfectant.
You make a fair point. I take another sip.
She starts disinfecting your shoulder wound, and she's like, "Did you get shot in the shoulder or the arm?" I think I said the arm.
Oh, I thought it was shoulder. Yeah.
Wherever you got shot, she goes, "Okay, you got lucky enough that it passed right through, and so the bullet's not actually still in your arm.
Dang.
Otherwise, it probably would have just stayed there until you died.
Oh, I was going to ask to keep the bullet.
It would have stayed in your arm. I'm not pulling that out."
Ah.
And she's telling you this as she's stitching up more wounds and closing up holes and everything. As you do, you close up your holes.
Yeah,
And she's stitching you up and she's like, "Okay, you're going to have to rest for a long time. And your van is a really stupid place to be resting and trying to recover from this. You understand that, right?"
Yeah, but you understand that the sheriff that is kind of very suspicious of me right now will know where to check, that being my van's normal parking space. And if I'm not there for a weird amount of time, then that's probably going to be worse than me looking real beat up when I'm there.
Okay, how long do you have?
Well, considering that was last night, probably
No, that's the same night.
Oh.
It was
oh, right.
There was an hour between the moments that you guys had.
Okay. Considering that was an hour ago at most, I'd say tomorrow.
So you're saying I need to get you back there?
I can walk. No worries.
What are you talking about? Look at the state you're in.
Yeah.
Are you stupid?
Think about it this way. So I'll be walking, right? And I can, maybe by accident, somehow I get, in front of a car and then I get hit by the car, and then, my extra injuries that I'll get from the car will cover up the ones from almost dying from the monsters.
You would be dead.
No.
You don't have enough blood in your body for that anymore.
Yeah, but like it'll be a slow moving car, I promise. I won't even feel it. I've had enough alcohol.
No.
Okay, fine. Just normal walking home. Got it.
I will
I
just
just start getting up.
sit down.
Okay.
I will drive you home in the morning. There's absolutely no way you're leaving right now because you could open all of the wounds back up.
You sure?
Yes, I've done this before. Have you ever done this before? Any of the things that we're doing right now, have you done this before?
I've walked home.
Have you walked home with a bullet wound and a bunch of scratch marks from a monster? Have you done that?
No.
Then why are you questioning me on this?
Well, because I want to go home.
I've
never slept in a unfamiliar place before.
Okay. Let's see if we can get you home.
Cool.
I will be bringing the medical kit and all the supplies. Let's see if you can get home.
Yeah, I was gonna say it'd probably be better for us to do that in the dark of night rather than first thing in the morning, just in case.
And she helps you get back in the car and is being very slow driving you back. Yeah, so she takes you back to the bar, to the van, to the parking spot behind the bar where your van is parked.
Mm-hmm.
And she helps you get into your van, and she's like, okay, I'm going to check your wounds one more time. And she checks them, and none of them have reopened. She's like, okay, just do a whole lot of laying.
Got it.
Just rest. If you need anything, call your friend.
Cool. All right. Good night, Sophie. I just get in my van and shut it.
Okay. So she drives back, and I think at this point, Harvester, you'd get back after cutting out all of the bulbs and things. You get back, and Sophie's not there yet, and she walks into the door, and she's like, Jesus fucking Christ.
I know. I'm thinking the same thing.
What the fuck happened?
What do you mean what happened? No, first, where is my whiskey?
Okay. I gave some of it.
You gave? This isn't yours.
I know, but Max got shot, and I was the one
God,
dealing.
Max.
He was bleeding out on our couch.
Have you listened to him talk? Good
Too
Lord.
much. Far too much.
Okay, whatever.
So what happened to an investigation outing where no one should get hurt?
I investigated,
I see.
and then I saw a monster,
Okay.
and I killed it.
Now notice how in the process, two other people who you were tasked with watching should be in the hospital, but one of them can't be because he's too suspicious right now. Notice how that's a thing that happened, right?
Yeah, I didn't want that. You wanted that.
I thought you were just going to investigate the forest.
I thought so too, but you know how things go. I can't predict everything. The monster looked injured, so I took my shot, and I killed it.
Please tell me the monster was chasing you when it looked injured.
Yeah.
You know, I've known you for the whole time that I've been alive. You can't lie to me and get away with it. You're not that smart.
All right, you want the truth?
Yes.
I saw a monster, I got angry, and I killed it.
Okay, that's what I fucking thought. That's what I fucking thought happened, and now two people are hurt because of you. It's not my fault because I thought you were just investigating, but you couldn't control your temper again.
They're fine and they're alive.
If we want to find the thing... My God, Jesus Christ, if you want to do this right, then you need to control yourself.
I am controlled. I've never been more controlled in my life, actually.
That's such a fucking lie. And you realize how different it is now because now two more people know that didn't know before, and they're involved. And if anything, it gets us much closer to what we've wanted for so fucking long. And I'm on this crusade with you because I care about you. But you need to actually control yourself if you want to get this done.
I've been controlling myself quite well around Ian.
I know, and we'll talk about that in a second, but
And
there are
Max. Max is a whole week of his own.
I know. They're both difficult to add to the thing that we've been doing for years. It's a new variable in an equation that we still haven't solved.
Can I point out that I'm still looking for something to drink while this conversation's going on?
I think she kind of angrily walks to a different cabinet, one that you haven't looked in yet, and just grabs another bottle and slams it down and goes, "There. Was it so hard to find?"
This is me not being in character. That was so incredibly nice of her. Harvester is going to angrily snatch it off the table and fill up a glass.
You just do things because you want to or because it makes you feel a certain way, and it gets other people hurt.
Well, what do you expect me to do? You want me to play nice?
Yes. You didn't have to take the shot now. You could have just done a fact-finding mission, got them safely out of there, and then come back later. You knew where it was staying, right?
Yeah, but I did learn some really nice things.
Yeah, you fucking killed it. We know that you did good. But there were things that were fucked up because of it.
Okay. But I did find things with the big monster, the end goal.
What'd you find?
Apparently it was in the cave. It's been there before. It's been over by that lake.
Okay.
I found weird spit that's been to the places that we've been before trying to track it, so we know it's been there. I don't know if it's making monsters, if it's making big things to hunt, or if it's just working with them. I don't know yet, but we know it can think.
Yeah, we know that much is true. So you found it. You found the spit. So you have evidence that it was in that cave. Do you know how long ago?
I saw tally marks on the wall. I saw a 6. I don't know if it's with the monster. It might have been to the other thing we fought. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, at a certain point, the spit would have had to dry up, so it must have been fairly recent, right?
Yeah.
So we know it's still in the area. We know the monsters are still coming. Listen, we've been getting a little bit further each time, and I know that Ian and Max are new variables, but you saw what Ian can do.
Yeah.
And Max knows which way much better than either of us.
That's right. I didn't even consider that.
This is the closest we've been to actually ending this in all of the years we've been doing this. And I know I'm on your case about this, but I think that if we just give everything that we're learning here and give all of the people that we're meeting a chance, we might be able to end it.
Harvester does a deep inhale and exhale and says, I'll try.
It's not going to be easy, and I don't enjoy spending a lot of time with Max. I did it for a while tonight, but I think they can help us.
You know what? Spending time with Max, that's taking one for the team. I deeply appreciate you for that.
I know I'm on your case about it, but I am just glad that you were able to kill the monster and got out safely.
I agree. That means less people are going to get hurt.
Do you need me to, check you? Are you okay?
No, I'm good. I just need to sleep it off.
Okay. You have your drink. You know where the medical supplies are. I'm going to try to sleep too. And also, I don't really want to be bringing my personal car to these hunts. I have to take that to campus, and if it shows up beat up and bloodied, then that's a real bad look.
Yeah, I appreciate you showing up for that one. That one's I felt bad that you brought your own car. I'll get you the money to get new stuff. Don't worry.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
And then she just goes and grabs a blanket and starts laying on the floor because you have the one couch bed.
Yeah.
and normally
it is not often her and I are sleeping at the same time.
No. So she just starts sleeping on the floor.
Harvester takes out the vials of the things he's collected and stares at them.
Does he think, or does he just look?
He just looks wistfully.
Okay.
Meaningfully.
No thoughts, though.
No thoughts.
Not a single thought.
No thoughts in that noggin.
This isn't like an investigate or anything. This is just stare.
Just stare.
A dramatic moment as the music swells in.
So, Max, I'd imagine you quickly pass out.
Probably.
When you get to your van.
Yeah.
And you're kind of recovering, and you wake up the next day kind of late compared to what you would. How late do you normally wake up on a day where you don't have school?
I feel like Max is one day on Mondays when he doesn't have school, he wakes up at 5 a.m. On Tuesdays, he wakes up at 3 p.m. It wildly varies between those two times. Usually only those two times. It just switches on and off every other day.
Well, today's weird. It's a 1 p.m. day.
What the?
And you probably could have slept a whole bunch more, but your phone starts ringing.
Hello? I mean, hello?
The voice is so good.
Max, listen, that guy woke up. Sorry, it's Sheriff Payne.
Oh, okay. Is he okay?
Listen, can I come? He's fine. Can I come talk to you?
Yeah.
I'll be there in 10 minutes.
All right.
Got a couple things to wrap up here at the hospital. And he hangs up without another word. So how do you prepare for the arrival of Sheriff Payne in the condition that you're in?
I put on a somewhat baggy, just kind of big long sleeve shirt, long pants. I guess I just drink 2 entire energy drinks a rock star, and bang.
Ooh, mixing the two of them, you're fucked.
Yeah.
It's over for you and your heart and all the rest of your parts.
I gotta have energy for my
With
lack
the
of-
amount of blood you've lost, that's a terrible idea.
But
that's so dangerous.
I need to have energy as if I didn't lose like 2 pints of blood or more, probably a lot more. I don't think is my bed bloodied again?
No, your wounds stayed closed. I don't think they'd be super bloody. There might be like a couple of spots where like your leg, the gash on your leg actually hit like the bed where there's like a little streak or something.
I guess they like put another sheet over.
Okay. Yeah. So you're just kind of doing damage control, wearing long sleeve clothes to hide all of your various bandages. And
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's perfect. So you hear a car roll up and you hear a knock on the side of your van and Max,
Yep. I open up.
you want to go talk in the bar?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you go into the bar and it's like 1 p.m., which means pretty much no one is there. It's empty. Like I'm assuming you guys sit at one of the tables because sitting at the bar would be too much contact with a bartender or something.
Yeah.
So he pulls you aside to one of the tables and listen, Max, I've known you for a long time. I mean, I knew your daddy too, and I know you're disappointed, but what in the world are you doing lately?
There's a lot of stuff happening right now. A lot of things I was not expecting to happen, and I don't really know how to deal with it. I haven't had to deal with much in my life, so...
Well, you and I both know that's not true.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. Like, I never really had, like... I mean, I never did not have a normal life.
I know.
Especially, even compared to, like, just... Which Way is not that weird of a place, but, like, I don't know what's... I'm running into some things. I don't know what I can say. I don't even know, like, really, I don't know what's happening right now. Once I figure out more what's happening, I want to talk to you more. But as of right now, I'm just trying to keep myself safe, keep my friends safe, keep Which Way safe. I just want to make sure things are okay. Look, I don't know what's going on. Weird shit's happening. I don't know what's happening.
Kid, that sounds mighty suspicious.
I know.
And keeping Which Way safe, that's my job.
I know.
You are in school. You've had a tough hand dealt, but try to make the most of what you got here. And I'm trying to look out for you, but that man said he did not know you, and the receptionist said you said he was your uncle.
I know. That was a dumb lie. I just wanted to know if he was okay, and I didn't think they were gonna tell a stranger, And I thought I'd be able to sort it out afterwards,
Okay, so sort it out with me, kid. You told a dumb lie.
Yes.
Now tell me the truth.
I don't know if I can do that.
What?
Even if I did, I don't think you'd believe me.
Oh, Jesus, Max, what did you stumble into here?
I wish I knew myself. I'm trying to figure that out.
Okay, I'm investigating a man who was shot.
Yes.
And another man mysteriously showed up in the hospital a little bit later, and something happened last night, and you're too scared to tell me, and I don't know what to do if you can't talk to me. I'm trying to care for you because I don't want to see another kid from Which Way just getting fucked up because we couldn't handle it. And I feel bad, I do. But at a certain point, I can't let you get away with shit because of my sympathy.
I understand. You're just going to have to trust that I have the best intentions when I'm not telling you everything I know. Because I don't know. Because I want to sort out what I know, quote unquote, to make sure it's something significant, something that matters. You know what I mean?
I know, and I know you're a good kid. I know you don't have bad intentions, but sometimes the people with the best intentions end up doing the worst harm. And you may not even know you're doing it. So listen, I'm not going to make anything happen today, but I need you to talk to me real soon, or I can't just keep letting it slide.
I understand.
Can you at least tell me he wasn't your uncle? What were you doing with him?
Truth be told, I was just passing by. Something happened. I saw him get hurt. So I took him to the hospital. I wanted to make sure he was okay.
I want to believe that you're just a kid who stumbled into the wrong place and tried to help. I have to keep investigating. You know that.
Yes, I know.
But for now, I'm going to hope that that's all it is. And Max, please, if there is anything else, you just tell me.
Okay.
Thank you. And I think he just leaves like a 20 on the table, which is far too much for what he got.
Oh, Max definitely orders something else.
Okay. he leaves a 20 on the table and he just goes, "You take care of yourself." And then he walks away.
You too.
Ian, what are you doing when you get out of the hospital? Or urgent care, sorry.
I'm going to call Max because I do not have a ride because I was abandoned at the urgent care.
She had to take care of Max.
Okay, well, Max needs to take care of me now, so I just try and get Max on the phone.
Ian, what's up?
Can you drive me back to my dorm? I am by myself at the urgent care. I'm fine, but I don't want to walk home.
All right. Sure. Where are you?
The urgent care.
Oh, yeah. I'll be right there.
Okay. And then I just sit on the curb.
Okay, you're sitting on the curb when a white van, I think you said, yes?
It's got like a wrap of like a starry night looking thing with a big rocket ship.
Oh, that's cool.
I forgot about that. I don't think we ever described that, so that's
No.
now canon right now. It's
Yeah.
got a wrap with a starry night and a rocket ship.
Hop in.
I go in and I kind of just like flop in the passenger seat, and I am just so tired, and my eyes are closed. I have like my nose bridge pinched. I'm just like, just take me back to the dorm, please.
Okay. I drive my usual just under the speed limit.
All right, it takes you 5 minutes, which in which way is a long time
Such
to
a
get
long
to Clarence
time.
Hall.
What was my roommate's name?
He could be Hudson, and that could be a last name or a first name, and we could leave it up to interpretation.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, Ian, how are you? How are your wounds?
They're fine. I mean, it was an urgent care. I mean, I'm just glad I didn't have to see Harvester because I think he hates me. I think he genuinely wants me dead.
I mean, like, he feels it seems like he wants a lot of things dead. I would not be surprised if I was on that list as well. Yeah, honestly, I'm not a huge fan of those guys.
Like, sure, we'll like save the town or whatever with them, but I don't think we have to be friends with them.
Oh yeah, honestly,
I think we're the cooler ones here.
yeah, I don't trust them very much. Seems like
I mean, one's got anger management issues, and the other one's related to it.
Right.
So,
oh my God, Jesus, and yeah, they just seem like they are not telling us things, and most of the things they are telling us, it's like, I get it, I'm a goofy guy, but like,
but you could
on.
be serious and goofy at the same time.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know what to do. I mean, if something else comes up, yeah, like, sure, I'll help out, but like, I don't think I would be happy about it.
Yeah. I mean, like, we're kind of stuck in this situation, and, you know, just like, I just hope that as this situation goes on, they like at least tell us something. Gonna be honest, just two random people loaded with weapons show up one day, and then monsters.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm not buying into that. And like, gonna be honest, that's why I was kind of playing up being an idiot just a little bit, because like, you know.
Yeah, because I know you're a very smart young man.
No, I mean, like, that's not what I meant. Like, sure, like, I kind of saw that, like, the way I was acting was, like, driving him up a wall. So I was like, hey, might as well make these equally crazy people more annoyed.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of enjoyed it.
I mean, I kind of was annoyed, too. That's kind of why I was on the walkie-talkie pretending I couldn't hear Harvester. Because that annoyed the shit out of me. But anyways, I have to go kick my roommate in the actual balls right now.
Have fun. Speaking of which, what's it like sharing a room with someone?
I hate it.
Sounds awful.
He's a piece of shit. He has all of his clothes on the floor, and I need to separate the line of the room, and my side cannot be touched by his filth, and I must push it to the side every day so the line is clear that this is my side.
Oh man, I would hate having to push my clothes on the floor to one side, just like pans to the back, just stuff everywhere.
Okay, so I'll definitely see you in class. I forget we have class with
Yeah,
Sophie.
So far, we haven't really done. I mean, I know it's been the first day, and that's it, or I guess the first 2 days. But like, I wonder, like, what we're gonna learn in that class. Do you think we can like, you think we can blackmail Sophie into giving us A's?
You know what? I think you've taken the class enough times where like I think that would work.
I mean, like, I could probably get an A if I like turned in the final, but I forget.
Yeah.
I got stuff going on.
Yeah, we got stuff going on. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'll be fine with the class. I think as long as it's like she's too focused on monster stuff to actually give us homework.
True. That's a very good point.
Okay, well, I'll be seeing you later.
See ya.
Okay, and Ian just kind of stomps off.
You stomp off to your dorm, and when you enter, you see the room with clothes everywhere. That line has not been respected by the person living here. And Hudson's just laying in bed. He's like, "Oh, hey, Ian.
Hudson?
It's been a couple days since you've been here."
Yeah, how was that girl you had over?
Which one?
Any of them? Did they appreciate your interior decorating design?
I can't hold back. They appreciated something.
All right, Hudson.
I tried to contain it, but he's supposed to be a douche, and
Yeah.
he is.
So Ian's just kind of using his foot, just kind of like flicking the clothes off to the side, and I just flop down on my bed and I put on my noise-canceling headphones. He just opens his laptop, and there's just like so many emails about school, and it's just crunch time, I think.
Yeah, so you've missed a couple of days of school now, and then on top of that, you haven't really done any of the work that you were given from those first few days. So people started to email you, and it started piling up. I think while you're cleaning up, Hudson just goes, "What happened to you?"
You have no right to ask me because you kicked me out a couple nights and I was gone. So you should just be happy that I was gone. But sorry, I'm back.
No, I mean, like, I see the cuts and stuff, and I get a little worried. Like,
I'm fine. I'm fine.
I didn't mind when, there was no, I didn't mind when you were gone, though.
Okay, thank you. But I'm fine. Good talk, Hudson.
Okay. And then, like, he just goes back on his phone and looks a little pissed because he thinks you're mean now.
I'm going to punch his actual balls, I think. His fictitious balls.
Oh, okay. You guys have the next month where there is no monster that shows up. I'll start with Ian. Ian, how do you spend the next month?
Just catching up, honestly. Just emailing professors, asking for extensions, just trying to get shit done and block out Hudson in the process.
Okay, yeah, so I think you just spend most of it just kind of focusing on school. You would notice, and Max, you'll notice this too, that Sophie is a little bit harsher with grading for you guys than everyone else. And just like when you're answering questions, she's a little bit more strict about you need to know this, you need to get it right. And so throughout the class, because in class, she's still the nicest person ever, except with you two. She's just a little bit more strict.
No.
I think that as you guys are, after this month, I think testing is starting to happen for a lot of your classes. So in the next hunt, I think testing will also be an issue.
Also, I would like to add, one night Ian is studying and he gets so pissed off that he tries to punch his fist through the computer and just goes right through.
Okay, sick. No, I love that. How does he feel about that? What does he do?
So just the hand goes to the screen and stops. The hand cannot come back out right now. And Hudson's asleep next to me. Not like that.
I know what you mean.
In the other side of the room. And it's late. And I just don't know how to like get it out again. So I just think I'm just like really angry again. I'm like, I need to be angry again. I need to be angry again. So I think of Harvester. And then I just kind of am able to like pull it back out.
Okay, awesome. No, I love that. Do you think Ian would try to explore that further after this incident, or do you think that it's? I guess, yeah. How does he feel about this going forward?
I think that there's a couple times when I'm just kind of like waving my hand around, trying to see what happens, and I think at this point I'm aware that it's an emotionally charged thing.
Okay, cool.
So I'm trying to regulate. I'm trying to see if I can do this on purpose now.
Awesome. No, I love that. So I think a little bit in this time, you're also kind of training that power at least and getting a little bit more control over that. Like, even if it's just waving the hand. Max, how are you spending that month?
So, Max, as previously stated, does not trust Harvester or Sophie. The first thing he's going to do is do a little bit of, what's the word? Scandalous?
Is Max being scandalous?
Scandalous is crazy.
So he's no, not scandalous. Scandalous is definitely not the right word. Anyways, so he's gonna look up the phone number that Sophie gave him on the internet and try and like find more information about Sophie through the phone number. I don't think he knows Sophie's last name unless it's the last name that's written on the teacher directory on the school.
Well, you originally knew her as Professor Benign.
Oh, so I do know. So I'm gonna look up, Sophie Benign with the phone number. I'm gonna because there's websites with like that you could like find people's info with just their name
White
and number.
pages.
Yep. Okay, so you're looking up Sophie Benign.
Yes.
I think with that information, what you find is a bunch of different places that Sophie has lived. Because all those things show you is just like they lived in this state and then this state and then this state and they have one living relative and stuff like that. Usually you can't even find out who the relative is. Sometimes you can, but it depends. So you find that originally they were, or that she was from Ohio. And then in the last 3 years, every few months to at least once every like 6 months, she's moved to a different state.
Max needs more info. He's going to the dark web.
Okay. Are you actually?
Yeah.
What are you looking up on the dark web?
Pretty much just anything that the dark web can find, age, blood type, social security number.
I think more than anything, what you'd find as you start looking this person up on the dark web is you'd find some of those pages that are about sharing disturbing videos, and you start finding more times where a person that looks like Sophie is standing over a corpse or is attacking something, and you just see blood splattered clothes, things like that. And you start to get a very gruesome image of what Sophie does. But I don't think you're able to find much more of that info. Unless Max is like a frequenter of the dark web in which you want to know all of that.
Probably not a frequenter, but like, for someone who literally only is on media, would probably go there every once in a while just to like, I don't know, curious minds wander. But he probably isn't like that into like, so, okay. I want to get a like better image of like the corpses. Are they human or are they like humanoid or are they like varying?
They are varying. Some of them are humanoid, some of them are not. And a lot of them are things that don't make sense. You see a lot of the people saying like, a lot of people just, doing dark web equivalent to standard internet things of just get that shit off here. It doesn't belong. Right. It's fake, like things like that, because the bodies don't look human. And you know that it may well be that it's something else and it's not fake.
I just want to print a picture of Sophie from the school directory.
I think it would be funnier if you did that at the library.
I think it also makes more sense
Probably
than having a printer in your van.
Well,
I've already let you get away with so much in that van.
Fine. I mean, it's my house, essentially.
I was also going to say you could do it in the bar.
Oh, okay. So I print a picture. I go print a picture of Sophie, and then I
Side note: if there's a printer in this bar, and it's next to a college, that printer makes this bar an insane amount of money.
Probably true. Well, it'd be like in a back room,
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably office printer, not really a public printer. I am going to take the picture of Sophie and pin it up on my cork board. And I'm going to take some scrap paper and draw, because I imagine I'm not going to be able to find a picture of Harvester with just Harvester and no other info. No. So I draw, I guess I just write the word Harvester with like a crude little sketch of a cartoony rendition of Harvester. And I connect those two with a red string. I also connect the center of the two, like where they intersect, the Sophie and the Harvester. And I attach it to a drawing of the big monster we just killed, the Snoopy, if you will. Also a pin on the board to represent which way, and also myself. It's both in the same, because it's just like in my mind, I am on which way side. I don't know who else is. So I don't know the connection between why Sophie and Harvester are here yet. So I don't have many other connections to do quite yet. But there'll be more printings happening very soon.
Okay, cool. No, I love that. So I think, so you're saying for this month, you are just putting together your newest corkboard conspiracy.
Yes. Another thing I was going to do, I don't know if it's going to work very well. I want to know what Harvester was doing in that forest for so long. So I was probably going to make a trek over that way at some point to like, I don't know what other information I would know, like get from that. I just want to, Max wants to know, like, there's something else going on there. Why was the monster there is what Max wants to know.
Okay. Well, so I think you'd remember that you saw it running into the forest the day of the attack. So I think at some point, how early do you do it? Do you do it pretty soon after the fact?
Probably like the day after Ian was dropped off.
Okay, so that's a couple of days after. Roll and investigate a mystery.
Okay. 11.
Okay, so with an 11, I'll give you this one. I think first you'd be able to find the tracks, and then you hold 2, which means you can ask any of the questions on the investigate a mystery chart as you're finding these tracks, but you follow those tracks to a cave with a small opening, and you see a lot of that black blood kind of dried on the walls of this cave from when Harvester was shooting it as it was crawling out.
Okay. There's like a trail of the black blood, you said?
It's not really well, it would be going the same direction as the tracks, the footprints. You're basically backtracking.
Can I go a little bit further in, like with my phone flashlight?
Into the cave?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So you kind of crawl in, and it's a little bit tight for a second, and then it opens up into a wider cave that bends in 2 directions, left and right, in front of you. And remember, you still have those 2 things from the investigate a mystery. I don't know how much they will apply. I also just kind of wanted to...
I guess I can ask, where did it go?
You follow the blood back to that big open area. Again, the places in this open area look a little bit carved out. So there look to be like places to sit around the room. They're kind of smashed. They're not very clear. They're just almost stone stools that were carved out of the wall that like you could sit on pretty easily, and they look a little bit smoothed out compared to the rest of the rough stones of the cave. Again, it's not the cleanest job, but it does look a little bit more precisely done than standard cave weathering. You said, where did it go? I'm trying to play fast and loose with that. You follow the blood, and this is where it started, with a big blood splatter from what you presume to be a bullet from Harvester in this cave.
Was that in the same opening, or is that the left or right?
That was to the right.
To the right. Okay. Is there anywhere to go from the right?
No, it just kind of opens up into that big open room.
Okay, so I'm going to check out the left then.
Okay, you walk into the left, and it kind of snakes around for a little bit before just coming up to another dead end after you just go around this kind of windy cave pathway for a little bit.
Okay. Is there any of the markings, like the unnatural marks in this area?
Yeah, I think you'd find a couple of symbols scratched into the wall.
Oh, okay. Can I take a picture of the symbols?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'm going to take a picture.
For now, just know they are symbols that are scratched into the wall that you don't recognize from any languages you've seen or anything like that. Remember, you still have one more question from the Investigate a Mystery that you did not ask because you got an 11.
So this left path, does the path itself look unnaturally carved, or is it just the symbols?
It's just the symbols. So
Okay.
A lot of this cave seems natural, except the way the open room was shaped. That open room even itself looked natural. It's just that they took it and there were these stone stools placed in it.
You know, I'm no geologist, but I was going to ask, can I tell, how old those intentional carvings are? Is there any, sediment? Basically, how clean does it look? Does it look like it's, very, not a pristine cut, obviously, but, there's no dust or dirt or much of any of that kind of stuff on it. The furniture carvings, because the symbol that's going to take more investigation.
You're back in the right room now?
No, I'm back in the center opening room. With
Yeah,
the
the opening is the right room.
Oh, then
with the
yes.
furniture. It's not like carvings. So I'm gonna kind of answer this for free. These are just literally there's just flat tops on a bunch of the stone that looks like you could just sit on.
Okay.
But it looks unnaturally carved. There's no symbols on the furniture. There's only or like any sort of pattern to them, except that you just expect that a group could sit in a circle or something around this room.
Okay.
But there is no.
Does it look cut or like pounded?
Probably it looks, to your best guess, cut, but imprecisely done still at that.
Okay. That's probably about as much as I can figure out. I don't have anything to like pick up the blood. Otherwise, I probably would. In that opening room, is there really anything of note other than the unnatural carvings in the blood?
I think there's a crack in kind of the middle of the floor, and you were shining your flashlight on something else, and kind of in your peripherals, you thought you saw a light, and you looked down, and when you flashed your light at the crack, there was no actual light there.
How big is the crack?
The crack is probably about the length of your forearm.
Length of my forearm? How wide?
Not wide at all.
Okay.
It almost looks. This is not even a clue. This is just for spatial things. It looks like when you like crack glass.
Okay. So basically paper thin, kind of.
Yeah.
Because I was just about to ask, is it big enough for me to drop something down like a pen?
No.
Okay.
It's not like a big. It's like a little fracture, not like a big hole type thing.
I'm going to take a picture of that in the blood splatter.
Okay.
How many symbols were there in the left room?
I think there'd be 3.
Think that'll do it for my cave journey.
Then I think that's how you spend your month, is just kind of putting those conspiracies together. All right. Final person, Harvester, how are you spending your month?
I'm fixing up my Ford Explorer because I noticed that there's a panel that's broken where one of my 9mm is supposed to be.
Yep.
Oh, I restock my concealed weapons.
Yep.
I keep doing rigorous training. I also pick up tiny leads that I hear or think about pertaining to Big Monster.
Okay.
Oh, something else I do. I sell some of the things I've gotten. Not all of them, but some of the things I've gotten, like the bulbs, a couple of them.
Okay.
And I make good money on return.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. That actually makes a very pretty penny.
Nice.
And you, I don't even know if you expected to get as much money as you did from that. So I think you are a pretty happy camper with this situation.
Then I also buy Sophie a new car.
Wow.
Because I feel really bad about that.
Yeah, I think she's just like, thanks. That's a lot that you just did right there.
She needs a car. I would feel really bad. Oh, I would like to also think I make upgrades to my Ford Explorer.
Describe that for me.
I don't know, because I realized that maybe I make it more durable. That's what I'll do. Because I don't want to just like outright add a whole new thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I think it's just a little bit harder. Maybe you put like a stronger glass so people aren't just like breaking the glass.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Stronger glass. I'm gonna write that down actually. And on top of that, for one of my investigations for a lead, I find some pinions. To be more specific, I'll say I explore a construction site, one that hasn't been constructed on in maybe like 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay. Yeah.
So I go there and I find some pinions, like bird pinions, like from a wing.
The fuck is a pinion?
A feather.
Why would you say that?
It's what it is. It's like a quill. It's like a pinion, like a single feather.
I thought you were
Really?
like saying like opinion, like but really in a really silly
Yeah, I
way.
thought you were saying
No, like PINION, guys.
Yep. Okay. But they're a little bit much larger.
Very much larger, and they're white.
Yeah, they are.
And I take note of that, and I take them and collect them, and that's how I spend my month.
All right, perfect. Yeah, so you consistently throughout the month are searching, and you keep finding evidence that the creature has been here. So you aren't ready to leave quite yet, but you haven't seen an actual monster in about a month until we open our next investigation. I think Sophie focuses on her classes, and she starts digging up a couple of leads of her own throughout the day when she's not teaching.
Uh-huh.
And I think every now and then in passing, as you're going to bed or waking up and she's going to bed or waking up, vice versa for each, then she'll just be like, hey, I found another lead. This thing's definitely here. We got a chance. And just like little things like that. But consistently, the updates are not anything large.
Nice.
But she also is consistently putting together contacts and things for you as a
That's
group.
so helpful. I did buy her a car.
You did buy her a car.
You know what? I bought her whatever she wants, or she just buys it herself.
Sure.
Because, like, I don't know if you want it to be a car or, like, a truck.
I think she'd probably get a sedan. This is supposed to be her personal car.
Yeah. So do we have 3 cars now?
No, I think she junked the other one because
Wait, can't you just... Oh.
she was seen shooting out of it.
Okay, I guess junking would make sense. I was like, can we sell it? Okay, but we have money now, and we have...
Well, I think you used it to buy a car.
Oh, you think I used all of it to buy a car?
A decent amount of it.
Okay, I was like, how pretty was this penny?
I mean, I'm imagining selling monster parts is not the most glamorous lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to get too into details with money because it's just a lot of thinking.
Yeah.
But
We have a car.
So you have a car, you bought some upgrades, and then like living expenses.
Should I do like durable glass or bulletproof glass?
That is up to you.
Because that can be the same difference, or it could be 2 different things if you want it to be.
I think it would be fine if those are 2 different things because you also have to consider what if you ever need to shoot out of the glass.
Yeah, okay, I'll do durable. I think I'm good.
Okay.
Max, once again on the dark web, searches up homemade explosives.
Is he gonna be a terrorist?
No.
Thank you all for listening to another episode of Every Which Way. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Tumblr at eWhich Thank you again to Keenan Dyer for doing the music for the show, and thank you to at Bluejay the Hero on Instagram for doing the album art for the show. We are now hosted by Acast, which is a big move from where we were before, and I'm very excited to be hosted by Acast, so thank them as well. And you can hear us every Wednesday. New episodes come out every Wednesday. I'm going to try to get them out in the morning, but they might come out a little bit later. Either way, we will see you next week for more monster hunting.